talk tonight about the towing contract and what's going on with that. Tomorrow, our current yet suspended city tower will be sentenced for no longer alleged but convicted theft, and yet he is still on record as our city tower. I find that repulsive. I think he needs to be terminated. I think the resolution needs to be passed compelling the mayor to do something, terminate him. During his arbitration hearing, it was the arbitrator's opinion that anything other than a full acquittal would result in immediate termination, or grounds for immediate termination, I believe was the wording used. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you get my point there. The acquittal did not happen. He was convicted. He is a thief, and he should be fired. So that is my opinion there. In court, there was testimony offered that the chief was well aware of what was going on with the overpricing, price gouging. In fact, on testimony, the statement was made that the chief told Leo to knock it off as far as overbilling was concerned. I'm getting reports at our newspaper of overbilling continuing with our intern tower. One person called and left us a message stating that her car was towed one block. She picked up her car and had to pay over $500. I'm awaiting a receipt on that as backup. As soon as I have it, believe me, I will get that to you. But Mr. George, I would hope that you would take the lead on this as well and request all of the invoices from Falzone from the point he began as our intern tower up till today, so that you can get a good idea of what's going on there. I think this contract for the new tower, whoever that may be, needs to be put out for bid, and instead of looking for the highest responsible bidder that can pay the city, maybe we need to look at someone who's going to offer fair services and a responsible fee to those being towed. I don't think Wilkes Barre should be labeled as the city that gouges people when they're towed. I think if XYZ Towing is charging this and ABC Towing is charging that, our city fee should be somewhere in that ballpark, not consistent with Philadelphia, Boston, or New York City. We shouldn't aim to be like those cities. We should aim to be like Wilkes Barre. So I think that's what we should look for in a new tower, not just someone who may offer us $50,000 or is it $50,050, whatever the fee was that our intern tower is currently paying. Because when someone's paying a fee like that, they're obviously passing it on to their customers. There's no other way to do business. And we also heard on testimony from Mr. Glodzik how expensive it is to operate a towing business. And I don't doubt that it is. Records cost money, insurance, all of that costs a great deal of money to operate a business like that. And on top of it, paying the city another $50,000, certainly you have no choice but to charge someone $500 for one block of tow. That's, to me, seems outrageous when, as a AAA member, even if you're out of network, you're still going to get a $50 to $75 tow, and that's usually to the nearest service station. It might be more than a mile, it might be up to 10 miles. But, if AAA members can get it done for that price, or AAA service contractors can pass that same fee along to its members, how come our city towers can't? That's all I have. Thank you.
Anyone on that? Well, I think we made the motion almost 2 years ago to terminate the contract, and council voted on it, and what's it, 2 years later, it's still not terminated. And he was arrested in October 2011, which he should have been terminated at that date, not wait when he pled guilty to that. And he still wasn't terminated. And I think last year I brought up that we should terminate the contract since he was arrested, and we still wasn't terminated. Can you tell us why it wasn't terminated, Mrs. McCormick?
Not at this time, but I'll look into it.
I'd like to make a motion that we terminate his contract within the next 2 weeks, have the mayor terminate his contract within the next 2 weeks, and in the meantime, use Mr. Barrett's last towing ordinance that he created for our towing contract.
We did make a motion, we did vote, as you alluded to.
But that wasn't
that
right.
contract.
He spun his nose at us, is what he did.
It appeared, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. Obviously, there's grounds for it. I just don't know if there's some legal processes that might be in place as far
No,
as.
Like he said, the arbitrator already said, if he's found guilty, immediately terminate his contract. Which he was found guilty in October of 2011.
And-
But I don't think that was brought up at the arbitration, I don't know. But like I said, I made a motion now to terminate his contract, have the mayor terminate his contract in the next 2 weeks. And then use yours as the interim contract, and if they don't want it, we'll work from there.
Well, that wasn't designed to be a contract, it was designed to.
It was designed to limit the tower's fees, which is what we want to do. It's the same thing.
It was designed
Yeah,
to-
that's what we want.
The language that they may be, but it would be abused.
Well, we could
Contract.
tweak Mr. Henry could tweak the language.
First of all, Mr. George, you have two different subjects here. You have to have, if you want to continue with two different subjects, it have to be two different resolutions. So the
Okay,
first
then-
resolution would be to terminate, ask the mayor to terminate the tower's contract within 2 weeks.
Right.
And I would probably, I'm not telling you can't, but I would probably start with that and then go from there.
But then if he terminates it in 2 weeks, we'd have to have a contract. We'd have to have some type of contract.
Well, we go
In
into a
effect.
color in place that is working on some sort of.
But he's working on it, but he's still charging what he wants.
If I may, on that second resolution, if you were to make a resolution such as that, in the time that he remains the interim tower, we might want to suspend his being billed the monthly fee that he's currently paying while he's
Well,
being
once the
asked
contract is
to
terminated.
tow, right, while he's being asked to tow at the fees in that other ordinance that you just rescinded tonight. I mean, that might be a suggestion.
I think more importantly is that we do have a permanent color.
I couldn't agree
Rather
more.
than an interim color and a contract that's still not suspended. So there's a couple things going on there.
Mr. Barrett, if I could say, I agree, I think Mr. Glover we should pass a resolution to terminate him, he was found guilty, and it is up to the mayor to do that, but I think that we can show the fact that we feel is the right thing to do by impressing upon him that he should be terminated, and we should start the process of securing a new tower or towers.
So we're urging the mayor, urging the administration to move forward terminating the contract as quickly as possible.
I agree with